I came here today to remind someone that intelligence is not just about how much you know, it's about how you think. It's about how you show up in the world, how you walk in faith, and how you refuse to shrink when life tries to silence you. Highly intelligent women don't just succeed, they transform lives. And it's not because they have it easy, it's because they think differently. So let's talk about it. 10 habits that set them apart. They own their identity. Listen to me. If you don't know who you are, the world will try to tell you who you should be. But highly intelligent women don't wait for permission to be great. They walk in confidence because they know whose they are. They know they were created for something bigger. They speak life over themselves. What you say to yourself matter. If you keep saying, I'm not enough, guess what? You'll start believing it. But if you declare, I am strong, I am called, I am built for this, suddenly the chains of self-doubt start breaking. Highly intelligent women don't let negativity define them. They speak life. They walk in purpose, not just ambition. There's a difference between chasing success and walking in purpose. Ambition will make you chase applause, but purpose will make you chase impact. The most intelligent women don't just ask, how can I win? They ask, how can I serve? Because true greatness is not about power, it's about purpose. They refuse to settle for small thinking. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop thinking small. God didn't put you on this earth to live a half-sized life. Highly intelligent women don't just break glass ceilings, they build new floors. They reject the mindset that says this is as good as it gets. No, they believe in expansion and elevation and stepping into new territories. They turn setbacks into setups. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is how you handle failure. Highly intelligent women don't let a no stop them. They don't let obstacles break them. They look at a setback and say, God, what are you teaching me in this season? Because every delay, every disappointment is just a setup for something greater. They invest in others. Success isn't success if you're the only one winning. Highly intelligent women don't hoard wisdom. They pour into others. They mentor, they uplift, they empower. Because when one woman rises, we all rise. So today I challenge you, don't just think like the world tells you to think. Think bigger, think with faith, think with purpose, speak life over yourself. Refuse to settle, see failure as a setup, and most importantly, invest in those around you. Because the greatest measure of intelligence isn't just what you achieve, it's the legacy you leave behind. Who's ready to think differently? Who's ready to step into something greater? Let's go. Highly intelligent women don't wait for the world to tell them who they are. They decide for themselves. They don't look to society, their past, or even their circumstances to define them. They walk with confidence, knowing that their identity isn't based on external validation, but on something much deeper. This kind of thinking isn't just about self-assurance. It's about understanding that identity is the foundation of success. When you don't know who you are, you will always be at the mercy of other people's opinions. If someone tells you you're not good enough, you'll believe it. If someone says you're not qualified, you'll shrink back. But highly intelligent women refuse to let labels limit them. They don't let rejection define them, and they don't allow doubt to take root in their minds. Instead, they choose to root their identity in something unshakable, their purpose, their values, and their unwavering belief in themselves. This is what sets them apart. They understand that identity is not about titles, roles, or achievements. It's not about what others think of them. It's about who they are at their core. They know that if they don't own their identity, someone else will try to define it for them. And when that happens, they risk living a life that is shaped by expectations rather than by purpose. Highly intelligent women also recognize that identity is not static. It's something they build and reinforce daily. It's not just about saying, I know who I am. It's about proving it through their actions, choices, and mindset. When challenges come, they don't question their worth. When they fail, they don't see themselves as failures. Instead, they see setbacks as temporary and growth as constant. This way of thinking also affects how they carry themselves. When a highly intelligent woman walks into a room, She doesn't seek approval. She commands respect. Not because she's loud, not because she's trying to prove anything, but because she is secure in who she is. She doesn't need to be the smartest person in the room to know her value. She doesn't need to be the most experienced to believe in her ability. She knows that intelligence isn't about proving something to others. It's about living in alignment with her true self. And because they own their identity, they inspire others to do the same. They don't compete out of insecurity. They don't tear others down to build themselves up. Instead, they uplift, mentor, and empower. They show others that when you fully embrace who you are, you unlock a level of success that isn't just about money or status. It's about impact, legacy, and fulfillment. So, if you want to think like a highly intelligent woman, start by owning your identity. Know who you are, stand firm in it, and never let the world shrink you into something smaller than what you were created to be. Words have power. They shape perspectives, define realities, and set the course for success or failure. Highly intelligent women understand this truth at the deepest level. They know that the way they speak about themselves, both internally and externally, directly impacts their confidence, their decisions, and ultimately their destiny. That's why they are intentional about the words they use. They don't entertain self-doubt in their speech. They don't degrade themselves with phrases like, "I'm not smart enough," "I'll never get there," or "I'm not as good as them." Instead, they choose words that affirm their abilities, reinforce their confidence, and build their belief in their purpose. When challenges arise, they don't let fear dictate their response. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," they say, "This is difficult, but I am capable." Instead of thinking, "I'm failing," they reframe it as, "I'm learning." This kind of intentional self-talk is not just about positivity. It's about training the mind to focus on solutions rather than limitations. It's about shifting the narrative from one of defeat to one of victory, even when circumstances are tough. This doesn't mean they ignore their struggles or pretend everything is perfect. Highly intelligent women acknowledge their challenges, but they refuse to let those challenges define them. When they face setbacks, they don't dwell in self-pity. They speak words of strength. "This is a setback, but it's not the end. I am growing through this. I have what it takes to figure this out." The difference between those who stay stuck and those who rise is often the words they allow to shape their mindset. They also understand that the way they speak about themselves influences how others perceive them. If they constantly downplay their talents, they teach the world to do the same. But when they confidently own their strengths, without arrogance, but with certainty, they command respect. They don't apologize for being intelligent, ambitious, or capable. Instead of saying, "I was just lucky," they say, "I worked hard for this." Instead of saying, "I'm not sure if I'm ready," they say, "I am prepared to grow into this role." This kind of language shift changes how they carry themselves and how the world responds to them. And more than that, highly intelligent women are careful with the words they speak over others. They don't tear people down because they know that the energy they put out into the world matters. They uplift, encourage, and inspire. They recognize that their words can either empower or discourage someone else. And they choose to be the kind of person who speaks life. Every day they make a choice to speak words of faith instead of fear, a choice to declare victory instead of defeat, a choice to align their speech with the person they are becoming, because they know that success doesn't just start with action. It starts with the words they use to shape their reality. Success without purpose is empty. Highly intelligent women don't just chase goals for the sake of achievement. They align everything they do with a deeper meaning. They understand that ambition alone can only take them so far, but purpose gives their ambition direction. It's not just about working hard or climbing the corporate ladder. It's about making an impact in a way that matters. They refuse to be driven solely by external measures of success, like money, status, or recognition. Instead, they ask themselves, what am I called to do? Who am I meant to serve? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? This kind of thinking changes everything. When challenges arise, purpose keeps them grounded. When things don't go according to plan, They don't just give up, they pivot. Because they aren't just working for a paycheck or a promotion, they are working for something bigger than themselves. This sense of purpose fuels their resilience. It keeps them going when motivation fades. It pushes them to wake up early, to put in the extra effort, to continue learning, and to take risks that others shy away from. Ambition without purpose can lead to burnout. When people pursue success just for the sake of success, they often find themselves exhausted, overwhelmed, and unfulfilled. But highly intelligent women understand that purpose brings sustainability. It brings clarity. It allows them to say yes to the right opportunities and no to the distraction. They don't waste time chasing things that don't align with their mission. They focus their energy on what truly matters. They also understand that purpose is not just about their own success. It's about how they can contribute to the world. They don't ask, how can I win? They ask, how can I make a difference? They see leadership as a responsibility, not just a title. They recognize that the most meaningful success comes from serving others, whether that's through mentoring, innovating, or creating something that solves real problems. They don't just climb the ladder, they build bridges for others to follow. This kind of mindset allows them to work with passion rather than pressure, because when you're working within your purpose, obstacles don't feel like roadblocks. They feel like opportunities for growth. Difficult moments don't make them question their worth. They make them dig deeper into their calling. Highly intelligent women don't just look at where they are today. They keep their eyes on the bigger picture. They know that their work, their influence, and their leadership are part of something greater. That's why they don't get easily discouraged by setbacks. They see challenges as part of the process, not as signs that they should quit. They move with intention. They make decisions based on values, and they refuse to chase empty success. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much you achieve. It's about whether or not you fulfill the purpose you were meant to live out. Highly intelligent women refuse to settle for small thinking. They don't allow fear, doubt, or past experiences to dictate the size of their dreams. Instead of looking at limitations, they look at possibilities. They don't ask, what if I fail? They ask, what if I succeed beyond my expectations? They don't shrink to fit into the mold that society has created for them. They break that mold entirely. This mindset begins with rejecting the belief that success is reserved for a select few. They understand that intelligence is not just about talent, but about mindset. They believe that growth is always possible, that learning never stops, and that they have the ability to stretch beyond where they are today. They don't wait for permission to think big. They give themselves permission to dream at a higher level. For generations, women have been told to play it safe, to take what they are given, to not expect too much. But highly intelligent women don't accept those outdated beliefs. They don't accept ceilings, whether they're placed by society, their environment, or even themselves. They know that the moment they allow themselves to think bigger, new opportunities begin to reveal themselves. They see obstacles not as reasons to quit, but as challenges to overcome. They also refuse to be trapped by comparison. Instead of looking at what others are doing and thinking, that's out of my league, they shift their mindset and say, if they can do it, so can I. They use other people's success as inspiration, not as an excuse to hold themselves back. They know that playing small doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't serve their families, their careers, or their communities. When they embrace bigger thinking, they create solutions, they innovate, and they bring new ideas into the world. A woman who refuses to think small understands that her words and thoughts shape her reality. She is mindful of what she tells herself. She doesn't say, I'm just average, or this is as good as it gets. Instead, she speaks vision over her life. I am capable of more. I have the potential to create something great. I am not limited by my past. I am building my future. This is the language of a woman who is moving forward. Thinking bigger doesn't mean ignoring the present. It means seeing beyond it. It means recognizing that growth takes time, but refusing to stay in the same place. It means stepping into opportunities that feel uncomfortable, applying for positions that feel out of reach, and daring to lead when others hesitate. Highly intelligent women don't let fear of failure keep them from trying. They don't let doubt keep them from speaking up. They know that the moment they think bigger, they invite new possibilities into their lives. And that is why they continue to grow, continue to lead, and continue to redefine what success looks like, not just for themselves, but for the generations that follow. Everything we've talked about today comes down to one thing: how you think determines how you live. Highly intelligent women don't just work hard, they think differently. They own their identity so no one else defines them. They speak life over themselves because words shape reality. They walk in purpose, not just ambition, knowing that success without meaning is empty. They refuse to settle for small thinking because they understand that growth is limitless. And these habits are not reserved for a few. They are available to anyone willing to change their mindset. So the question is, are you ready to think differently? Are you ready to step into the version of yourself that refuses to settle, refuses to shrink, and refuses to let doubt dictate your future? Ask yourself, where have I been thinking too small in my life? What words am I speaking over myself daily? Am I pursuing ambition, or am I truly walking in purpose? What identity have I allowed the world to place on me that I need to break free from? And most importantly, who am I becoming with the thoughts I entertain every day? You are not limited by your past, by what others say about you, or even by your current circumstances. You have the power to elevate your thinking, to step into boldness, and to embrace the future that was meant for you. Don't just settle for what's in front of you. Reach for what's possible. Because when you change the way you think, you change the way you live. Now it's your turn. What's the first habit you're going to apply today? Let me know in the comments, and let's grow together.